Welcome back to part 2 of building my wardrobe. The next step is to build the top section. So this is going to be a box, the same as the bottom part, but obviously smaller, with a shelf in the middle. So the construction side of this is the same as the bottom part. I've pilot holed the top and bottom sections and screwed those in. I've then measured down halfway either side and pilot holed that and screwed the shelf in. I've then put the back panel on, luckily this is in one piece, and nailed it all in. I then had a little extra help to get this up on top because this was blooming heavy. Once this was on, I screwed it down into place. So this is where I am now, and then I just need to build the inside section at the bottom. So as I started putting this together, I had a little visit from my project manager, just checking on my progress, and he seems quite happy. I'm putting most of this together with pocket hole screws, so I've started with the side panel, and so I can get the bottom shelf in the right place, I've cut some pieces of wood for it to sit on. Then I've used pocket holes to screw it into the side, and screwed in the other end through the side panel. And then I did exactly the same for the second shelf and for the top piece. And then I screwed through the back panel just to pull everything together. And to give everything a built-in look, I'm going to be adding a trim right around the edges. And because I want this to be quite solid, I'm putting a batten behind and I'm gluing and pinning it into place. I've got a small offcut of 18mm MDF, which I'm just holding down the edge just to make sure that the batten goes in the right place. I then measured and cut the trim pieces with my circular saw and then glued and nailed those in place as well. Now you may wonder why I'm putting the trim on already before I'm building the rest of it, but because we're living in the room and it's very difficult to build the whole thing in one go, I've decided to build, paint and finish this wardrobe, move all my clothes into it from the old wardrobe so I can then get rid of that one and then build the second wardrobe. The last thing I'm doing here before I can start painting is going around with the router and my 1.5mm round over piece, just taking off that sharp edge. So here we are for now. So thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next part.